Hey Tanya, I see y'all just coming in. Let me mute everybody as y'all coming in, cause y'all know I got ADHD. Hold on. And y'all can ask y'all questions as well. Whenever you can drop them in the chat, or if you do have a question that you want me to expand upon while we're on it, we can. So let me put this right here. 1 second, y'all.
The black box.
Keela, hey Keela, mute your mic. So, okay, y'all, let's get started. I do have a couple of slides that I want to do, and it's just to keep me on track. To be honest, this is not like a full presentation because I get to talking, and I promise you, um, we'll get off track. We'll be talking about somebody else or something else. So let me start with the slides, and then we're gonna get started. One of the things that I do suggest is that we're also gonna go over the platform itself. So if you want to look at this from like a phone and be on your computer, I highly suggest that. That way you can look at it at the same time. Or if you got a double screen, I feel like that's even better. So let me share my screen. Oh, I see a lot of new faces, y'all. We gotta do a meet and greet because I see a lot of new people that I have never seen before. So let's get into it. So Suitedash summer, y'all. I tried to make it, if you notice, I tried to make it like a summertime thing. I don't know if I made it, but hell, I tried. So that's what we're gonna be getting into. And the things we're gonna talk about tonight is intro to the platform, what it can do, how it can benefit like both tax firms and service bureau, platform branding, and live Q&A. Now, if you're just not joining me, if you just not been on any of my classes or any of my Zooms for the first time, just like Tamika said in the comments, we gets down, baby. We gets down on the Zooms. This is a safe space. This is also a place where I like to be myself. I may cuss. I'm just sorry. I can only be me. I got children. You may hear them in the background. If that is something that you feel is unprofessional, this is not the space for you. I apologize. Like, I can only be me, okay? So let's get into it, y'all. So that's what we're gonna be going over. Now, what I would suggest you do also before I do this is you have a tax bestie. If you have somebody that you know can benefit this, add them to the Zoom. Let them know, like, hey girl, I got something going on. Like, I'm on this Zoom and she about to show us how we can effectively manage our tax office and our service bureau. Definitely, if you got somebody that you know that, like if you're a mentor, if you're a coach, if you got some people that are always on your line about this type of stuff, invite them to the Zoom because this is not no gatekeeper thing. I want to share this with everyone. Okay, so let's get started. So the platform itself, like I said, it is Suitedash. That's the name of it. It is highly customizable. It is an all-in-one CRM. So what that means by being all-in-one, it means that up to 95% of your platforms that you use right now in your office or your service bureau, it can literally replace that. So by replace, what I mean is that you don't have to pay for all these different platforms. You don't have to have 6, 7 tabs open when you're getting up to work every day. You can just literally have 2. That's the goal, is to have everything streamlined. Y'all know we deal with very highly sensitive information. We deal with a lot of socials, births. We have people whole life in our hands. So just think about how many, look at your workflow right now. I want y'all to let me know, if you can, in the chat, just by like a rule of thumb or just off the top of your head, how many systems do you currently have that a person literally has to put their information into, or the information has to flow through before it gets to the end. So that means if you're using a Calendly or whatever, if you're using Acuity to set appointments, that's something that their information has to go through, whether it's not personal. A lot of people don't accept like socials and all that stuff through there, but you still got their name, their email, their phone number. Some people do put a couple of identifiable things inside of it. You might do a platform of like a calendar set where they have to come meet with you an appointment. Some people use job form to get everything, Cognito for everything. So that's one off the muscle. Then you got to put it inside of your tax platform. So the software, that's 2. Some people then turn around and not use the signatures inside of their software. They use them in like a DocuSign or a Hello Sign or something like that. So that's 3 or 4. Then if you're delivering this stuff via email, if you don't have that type of system, if you got people sending you emails back and forth, that's 5. So that's 5 different places that you have to be accountable for to keep these people information secure. So by you having an all-in-one platform, this lessens that because it's only one. It's only 1 or 2. Because with this, and then you will see the next couple of slides, it cannot replace your software. Like, you can't do taxes inside of it. So you will actually have to have your software, but it would eliminate the need for 95% of the things that you're paying for right now in your office. And you can consider this to be your all-in-one. Another thing about all-in-one, when I say all-in-one, I mean all-in-one. So similar, some of the tasks that you have in your tax office, for example, like marketing, you may like sending emails, sending out mass text, sending out what else? Sending out like alerts to your customers, letting them know, hey, we open such and such time of day. So sending those type of things out for marketing. Even with your landing page, some of you guys I saw literally had some of the best marketing campaigns. Like I'm a big marketing geek, so I love to see people doing different marketing campaigns. Some people did like, hey, let me do groceries for you. Shout out to Tamika, she did grocery giveaway. I saw some people doing car giveaway, all these different things. So just think about how many times you'll have to update your website, get a new website anytime, or not even a new one, but have somebody to go on your website, make their stuff look good for this campaign you may have going on. The good thing about Suitedash is you can have unlimited landing pages, so everything will not be connected to one website. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to have your website updated multiple times, 3 or 4 times. You can just have those simple little tasks. You might do a Christmas giveaway. You don't want to change your whole website to look like Christmas when it's only going to be for a couple of weeks. So it has unlimited marketing tools inside of that. Onboarding, that's a big thing. The 95% of our workload deals with onboarding, intake. The most liability comes with intake, that interview. That's like the most critical part of our workflow as tax preparers. So this also helps with that because it has unlimited forms. You don't have to pay for all of that. So that eliminates what a lot of y'all use job form. I use y'all. They're gonna have to prop me from job form. I still use it, but I feel like this upcoming season, I am cutting the cords with job form. I do not need it anymore. And Cognito forms, that's another one. While they're having a lot of different upgrades for like workflows and things of that nature, why pay for it when you got a whole system that either you pay for one time or you do it annually, whatever your budget is. You don't have to keep paying for all these different things. That's why a lot of people get buyer's remorse. It's like, well, I got this, I got that, I got all these subscriptions. While we do have an operating budget that all businesses must have, even this one, you still, who don't want their bottom line to look better? Who want to keep paying all these different platforms when you can just pay one? Like, I don't know how y'all feel, but that's how I feel. E-sign is another big one. I know a lot of people still pay for, even if you got an e-sign capability inside of your software. How many of y'all use TaxSlayer? For the last couple of seasons, it'd be during the season where TaxSlayer signatures go down. For the last 2, if not 3 consecutive seasons, that stuff has not been working correctly. I have still had to pay for DocuSign for the last 2 past tax seasons. I know off the top of my head because it breaks, it crashes, it's software. That type of things happen. While we can't control it, but it happens. And what you're gonna do, just tell your clients you can't get a signature? Or what you're gonna do, just be like, okay, well, I ain't gonna worry about it. Yes, exactly. All the different platforms. I'm telling you. And like I said, communication, having everybody in one location, having everything all in one platform, it helps out so much. And also when you start to scale, when you're dealing with hundreds of clients and you have to tag people in to help, it helps that out as well because you can put your staff in there. A lot of y'all build offices, like if you got a tax firm and it's ABC taxes, a lot of y'all have ABC tax partners where you're having all these preparers under you that also that share your same branding. So now all of your clients, because those are your clients too, of you, the ERO. So now all of your clients that's under there, you now have them in one location instead of having to go to the software, find this, find that. Everything is all in one location and it can all could be done automatically. So when I tell y'all, I feel like this is the best platform that any tax preparer, especially if you're a service bureau, there's nothing else out there. I know a lot of y'all say Tax Nitro, but hear me out. Tax Nitro is perfect for tax offices. I will say that. Like, I can't even hold you. I looked at it yesterday. Now, prior to yesterday, my opinion probably would have been different. But service bureaus, their Tax Nitro, it works. But I will also say that probably like 7 out of 10 of them tabs you probably won't even use or find effective as a service bureau. Tax offices, because they do integrate with the software, but coming from somebody that's very techie, I would consider myself to be techie. It even complicated me. You know what I'm saying? Like just looking at it, it's just too much. And you can't turn a lot of the tabs off. A lot of that stuff, a lot of y'all won't even need. And that's the beauty of Suitedash. I like it because you can highly customize it. Okay. And with the pricing on it, like with Suitedash, who don't want to pay for lifetime? Like my package right now, the one that I like for my own personal office, I got two. I got one for my coaching, like digital product brand, and I also have one for just my service bureau, like me building it for my service bureau. Both of those are lifetime. So I don't pay monthly fees for it. The only thing I will say, and you will see that on a couple of slides, the only thing I will say for one of them, I do pay a $6 a month fee, and that's just to have the ability to have a community, which is like a mini social media platform for your like preparers or the people that use your software. If you don't need that, like if Facebook groups work for you, or if you don't want to do that, you can definitely have the lifetime version. You don't have to worry about it at all. So you can pay one time and you don't have to pay anymore. So pros and cons. Now this is where I like to tell y'all, because everything ain't for everybody. Everything is not for everybody. And I'm gonna say it one more time. Everything ain't for everybody. Like some systems, while this may feel like I probably say, oh, it's the best for me, like it works. Oh, I would not use nothing else. You might can't hack it, or you might figure, well, I don't need all that. Job form been working for me. It's gonna keep working for me. But if you want here, you're curious, so I'm gonna tell you, right? All right. So the pros, the first thing is it is highly customizable and fully white label, which means if you don't want to tell nobody that, hey girl, yes ma'am, this is our graphic design on here. If you don't, and this platform honestly works for any industry. So just put that in your mind. And when I get to the end of the call, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. So highly customizable and fully white label. So you literally do not have to, if you don't want to tell anybody you working with Suitedash or this is Suitedash, unless they like me and knows and being everybody business too much, they would not know that it's through Suitedash. So if you can tell your clients right now, like I got a system for y'all. Like I got my stuff built out. It ain't no lie, you really did. It's a CRM, or you ain't gotta tell them it's CRM. It's a portal. Everything's gonna be smooth. It's gonna be seamless. You can have multiple. You can go in there and take courses, whatever you want to push it to them. They won't even have to know it's Suitedash unless you tell them, and they don't need to, right? So it's highly customizable. It can keep you from having 10 tabs open to 2. I can remember a time, especially during COVID, where I was trying to figure out like what worked for me. I was using Active Campaign, Constant Contact to contact my clients, to contact people. Literally having like 10 tabs open at one time. I was using what it is, text 180 for my text messages. Like, y'all, it was insane. I had so many like tabs that I would have to open every day just to work. And that's just too much. Like I believe that's what got me all crazy now. But when you're with this platform, I can honestly say moving into the next season, the need for you to have all them tabs open, literally, I don't foresee nothing, me having to do nothing but maybe a Canva every now and again and Facebook every now and again. But my software and my CRM, that's it. Like nothing else, no other systems, no other tabs, nothing. And it can also grow with your firm. Now, going back to cost cutting, but not cheaper. Cutting the cost don't necessarily mean it's gonna be cheaper. And I just have to be real with y'all, because like just think about all the stuff that this all the things that this stuff can do, right? If it's gonna cut the cost on all these different things, and the way I tell you about it is like, if you want to pay cheaper, that means you're gonna get an empty shell, which means that if you go right there to Suitedash website right now, you will see they have a $99 a month plan, a $19 a month plan. But that's gonna be, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it looks like. You're gonna look at it and be like, what? Y'all, like, Tamika, drop that meme in the chat that you put down there the other day when I showed you the Suitedash. You're gonna be looking just like that if you're not able to visually see it. Now, some people, they can look at it, they can say, oh, I can do this, but just think about it. That's gonna be on your cheaper scale. But if you wanted to get it like to where you see something like it's already ready to go, it's branded, it's customized, everything is already there and ready for you, just think about what that'll look like. That means you're gonna have to pay for somebody to build it out, or because costs don't necessarily always come with money. Time is money. So if you know you can do these type of things, it may take you just a little bit longer, which will indeed cost you, money, because time is money. So it'll cost you a little bit more to put it together. So just think about that when you're thinking about like the cost of everything. It can grow with your firm, whether that's your office or your service bureau, because you can have unlimited people. Certain plans that you can have unlimited staff if you're going to be hiring people, whether that's VAs or whether that's going to be like your preparers that you have under you, if you're going to put them as a staff. Some of them do not come with unlimited staff. That's where we get into like lifetime purchasing versus the annual or the monthly purchasing. Because if you do lifetime, it's only so many staff accounts that you're gonna get. Okay, everything has checks and balances. They update it frequently. Suitedash is not a system that they just posted and forget about it. I can tell y'all that's how tax and rule is. It's like the people came out with the stuff and they was like, cool, we got these people. That's it. They don't update it a lot. Suitedash, they update it frequently. Every month they're giving us something else. Seem like every week or two they're giving us something else. Like, hey, we're adding this. I can the LMS feature, which is like the learning platform, that came out maybe like a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. And that platform literally still has updates to go. It's at its shell. When it operates at its full potential, I guarantee y'all the price gonna go up. Like just like with the community, they just launched that in beta mode not so long ago. That's how I was able to get it for $6 a month. They had. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be similar to how Slack is and how like Mighty Networks right now is just the basics. You can get the basics, but this platform updates so often. Like y'all, I cannot tell you, it's a community. I just suggest if you're interested in getting it or if you already have it, join the community because they'll let you know and they listen. Because if it's a feature that you would like, they tell you to put it on there. And if they have more people tapping into those certain features, then they prioritize those. It's perfect for tax firms, but as y'all see in capital letters, it's even better for service girls, and I cannot wait to show you. So the cons of it is it's a learning curve and not everyone can use it. I see so many people saying I got Suitedash. I feel like more people have Suitedash that's not using it than people have it that is using it or are that is using it. You know, so I feel like the reason being is because when we see something shiny, when we see a lot of people like I don't know about y'all, but I be having a bad case of FOMO, like FOMO, fear of missing out. That's how I even came to know this platform in the first place because I saw everybody talking about it. People said back then, a couple of years ago, you could buy a lifetime key for $99. If you look on their website now, they $4,000. So just think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at it, and a lot of people that I bought it with, a lot of people that started out with me, they don't even use it. They're like, girl, I got that key. I done bought it a long time ago. I'm so glad more people starting to use it because the community was small. If you go on YouTube, it's not many YouTube videos, even now to this day. But more and more people are starting to use it. So as you see, the popular it becomes, the more resources that's available and things of that nature. But not everyone can use it, even if they get it built out. I've seen people say that. Like sometimes they get it built out and they literally still can't use it because it is a learning curve. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the real. I ain't them type of people that's gonna sit up here and tell y'all, oh, it's so perfect and get you to buy it. And then when you buy it, or even if you pay me to build it out or whoever else to build it out, now you're saying they sold me this bullshit. I can't even use it. You know what I'm saying? That happens a lot. And that's not just being funny, I'm being for real because you have to be real with yourself when you're doing any system, whether that's job form or whatever the case may be. You have to learn. Like for me to learn this system, to be able to do it to the way I'm doing it now, took me weeks, to be honest, like to build it out from the beginning, trial and error, look and see what's working, look and see what's not working, testing the workflows. Like that stuff takes time. So I'm just letting you know right now, like what that consists of. But with anything that you got that's having is worth working for. It's worth fighting for. Like just think about you devoting 2 hours for the month all the way because we're doing this for the whole month, for the whole summer, probably, to be honest with you. Just think about you devote 2 hours on Wednesday every week to learn it, to work it out with us, to look at it. And by the end of the summer, you're done. And now when tax season starts, the only thing that you're doing is just having your clients coming in at ease. So I would rather sacrifice time learning now, just like when you have to learn your software. Just like when you have to learn how to do anything, it takes time. Now, you're gonna get a blank canvas. That's a con to it. Like you can turn it into a pro if you want to, get somebody to build it out. That's up to you or whatever. But if you're like techie, if you can make it work, especially if you can do graphics and things of that nature, like this will be a fun project for you. No lie, because like for me, I can't wait to wake up in the morning and work on it. Like that's just how fun it has got for me because I know how many people are going to, feel like this is going to help them. I really do. Now, some features are not available for all plans. That is true. Like not every plan has all of the features. But the good thing about it is not all people need the highest plan. If you're not going to be, for example, if you're going to be doing like just for your tax office and you're not going to be teaching your taxpayers no type of courses. You don't need that feature. So you might not need the highest plan. You probably can start off with just the middle one, or even the first one. So the good thing about it is you can grow with it. Maybe you say right now, okay, well, I'm gonna start with the lowest plan and just be able to keep up with people, send emails and things of that nature. That plan, I think, advertised at like what, $29, $39 a month on their site, just like that, but it can grow with you. So now all features are available for all plans, and you can look on the site and just see like what those features are. And when we do the walkthrough, I can tell you that as well. Now, another con, maybe for some people, lifetime may not all necessarily mean lifetime. If you want some of that, they call these power ups. So if you want the community feature, like I told you, they got another one on there where you can e-sign the documents. Like if you upload the tax return, like a PDF version, and you want to sign it similar to like DocuSign and all of that, that's another, like that's a monthly fee, even if you have it on the lifetime plan. So lifetime is just the base of that software. If you want to get the bells and the whistles with all of the power-ups, then that's a fee. I think the highest one is like $40 a month. And to be honest, I think that's just like to save people credit cards and things of that nature, which some of you guys might do that. Like some people like to store cards, but to be honest, if you use Stripe, you can do that. So it's the same thing. So you may not have to do it inside of Suitedash. And customer service is paid. There may be a con for people, but it's a pro to me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you go through and do the paid wizard sessions with them, you get somebody, you get the people that actually built it, like the developers. So you get a one-on-one with them. And of course, that takes time. If the people that built, that's money that you have to pay, it's like $50. They have so many videos. They call it the SATs, the Suitedash Academy training. So they have so many videos that literally walk you step by step. So they have a self-help option. So if you need somebody to show you, like if you want them to get on there with you one-on-one, it's just you and them, you got to pay for it. And I feel like that's fair because they have hella videos. They have a community on Facebook. It's like so many things. Like if you need help, it's literally step by step, screenshot by screenshot. That's about as basic as you can get it. But if you need somebody, then obviously, you're going to pay for that. And that may be a con for some people because it's like, dog, we pay all this money and can't get nobody. But you just got to pay for it. So that's why I just put it as a con. Now, what it can do for tax officers really quickly, like I said, you can onboard your clients. You can create you a client portal and resource center. You can have as many pages on that portal as you want. Couple of ideas for the portal, obviously like a resource. Anything linked on the IRS website, those quick links. Consider that to be how a lot of us use like the job form app. I know that's what I used last tax season, that job form app. And I would like link the IRS website, like get an IP pin, get all of that type of stuff. That's the same thing that you can do with that portal. Some people put videos inside of there. The opportunities are endless, y'all. Just think, if you're a creative person, this should like really be grinding your gears right now, have your wheels turning on what you can do in there. Some people upsell services. Like one of the girls that I am building hers for now, she do credit. So she want a whole credit portal in there. So one of the girls do what you call it, she's a realtor. So she want to have like things in there about how to get ready for your first home buying. She's going to be doing home buying scenarios. It's another girl I met. I don't do her build out, but she got a whole portal inside of there for life insurance. So once they're done with their, like once they get funding and they move to the circle, and you'll see exactly what I mean. She have a whole portal in there to upsell them on life insurance. So it's so many things that you can do with that, even for your tax office. And the next slide I'll tell you for the service bureaus. So obviously you can send out those mass texts, and emails, and there is a fee for text messaging. I mean, I don't think there's no platform you can send text for free, but the prices are not that high for text messages. If you have a lot of clients, then obviously they may be a little bit more, costly or whatever, but you definitely can send those texts. And one of the things I can say is, if we being honest, the system has a two-way communication. So as long as they are tapping into that portal, it's like a text in there anyway. It's just like them logging onto their messenger. It's the same thing. So me personally, I don't use the text yet. I'll say yet. I may use in the future, but yet. You can sign engagement letters and returns. Engagement letters do not need the power up, but if you're going to be doing the PDF, it does. And those engagement letters can be, I know Miss Tanya, I saw in the other group that you was talking about, like, having the signatures and get the actual PDF after they sign it, as opposed to just like putting that signature line. So that's what this does. It actually gives them like, and it has an audit trail, so it stamps it with their what you call it, with their IP address. So it's a full actual contract or document. Can I have a portal for each client? Absolutely. You can have as many portal pages as you would like. If you group your clients, for example, if you have a client, let's say you have like small business owners and you want them to see stuff about like estimated taxes, vendor lists, and all these different things, they can see one. If you got people, truck drivers, and you want them to see a truck driver portal, they can get one. Like it's so many, it's so customized to the point where every different client can see a different one. Now that is excessive, but that's how customizable it is. But like I said, that part is excessive. If you want to do it to where you have a portal for the people that's returning versus your new clients, you could do that. You get what I'm saying? So you could definitely and you can have it to where you have those portal pages that's paid. So like if you want somebody to see something in a portal that they only pay for, like a vendor list and all that stuff, you can have them pay for it and they can see it. So it's so many different ways that you can do it. And your portal ain't gotta look like mine. Mine ain't gotta look like yours. So it can all be customizable to what you have. Can you lock their return file until they pay for the? Oh God, I missed it all over you. Can you lock their return file until they pay for their invoice? So you definitely can lock their portal. So the flow that you can do it is like you can send them, if you do intake with it, you don't necessarily have to send them portal invite unless they pay for it. So you can have everything inside of there, and then like you can give them access to the portal only when they pay for it. So definitely can do it like that. I have to look and see about like the documents and the PDFs and stuff. Like, can you actually lock those? But I do know that's one way that you can do it. Another thing, accept payments, and you can auto create invoices. So like for your clients, if you know y'all do, let's say y'all do paid consultations, the people, excuse me, y'all, the people may want to get an estimate, and you feel like, well, hell, I don't do no free estimates. When you realize the vibe, boom, send them a automation. You go ahead and add them to automation and say they need an estimate. So they'll be sending them those auto invoices, and it'll keep reminding them until they pay it, until it's like a dead lead. So you can do that. That's like one of the things off the top of my mind that you can send like an auto invoice for. Obviously, you can send out those emails that's not necessarily mass, but if you want to send like a quick little email to them, you can do it right from that platform instead of having to go to your Gmail or whatever site that you use to send emails. It allows your clients to have one login. So if you use TaxSlayer, y'all know one of the main like pain in the ass with TaxSlayer is that every year they got to get a new portal. So after they do the updates for the upcoming season, people be looking in their stuff for like November, December, looking for their past tax return. It's like, I can't log in. So you somewhere on the island somewhere with a mimosa, and then you got to go to send a tax return. Like, that may seem trivial to some, but when some people be done, they be done. So they maybe it gives them like that sense of self-help. You ain't got to worry about that. You got one login. They can add it to their home screen. Even if they, lose their password, they have what we call like a magic one-click link. As long as they can get access to their email, they can always reset their password without you having to resend anything. So that's something like that helps out with customer service a lot. Self-help is what we want to give to a lot of these people. Like, that's one of the biggest things that I get a lot of time. Like, I need this, I need that. And if we can cut down on that, that'll save you a whole lot of time and energy, and it'll save them from having to even be on your line. All right. Now, you can, like I said, you can also create landing pages. So multiple landing pages, which is like mini websites. That's all it is mini websites. It can be branded to your company. Like, you can have your own like domain name for it. And you can offer e-courses to your clients. A lot of y'all do. A lot of y'all not necessarily have like text courses, but you can offer courses. Like, one of the girls that I'm doing a build out for, she got like a side hustle academy. So that's like how to start your own skincare brand, how to start your own, a t-shirt business, how to start this, how to start that. So you can offer that to them. Some of y'all do credit, some of y'all do with home buying, realtors, what else, insurance, whatever you do, you can offer a little mini course or a little webinar or something, and they can also be a way for you to upsell during the time when the people got the money. We're in February. You got all this stuff available for them to buy, and it's right there inside of their portal. So when they up at night looking for stuff to buy, tell them to log into their portal. You got some stuff for them. So what about Tamika? Tamika, you got that Thrive. You can put that Thrive on in there. What it can't do for tax offices, obviously, it cannot replace your software. Unfortunately, it cannot integrate with your software, and it cannot communicate with your software. I tried it every which different way, and I was like, well, I thought I had kind. You can ask my friends. I thought I had came up with something. I said, y'all, I think I found it. And it kept giving me a roadblock. And I was about to go Google how to go around. And I said, yep, you finna get sued. So get your ass back. Like, that's why I was like, mm-mm. So that's one thing that it cannot do, unfortunately. It cannot like work with your software. Now, service bureaus, real quick. I know it's a couple of y'all on here, and we about to get into how it actually looks. So what it can do, onboarding your preparers, your EROs, and your sub-service bureaus. You can do onboarding with new people, and you can do renewals. Like I know a lot of y'all used it before. If you want to do like renewals for people that's already inside of your system, or even people that, even if it's a new system that you're using, like if you're getting it for the first time, you can do renewals with them. So every year, all they gotta do is log into their portal, boom, click the renew button. You can do a prepare portal or a resource center. So just like I know how we use the job form app, a lot of y'all have websites and stuff. You can definitely hop on there on the resource center for them. Here's how to go to e-services. Here's a video on how to get another e-fin. Here's the video on how you need to what else a lot of preparers need. Anything a preparer need, you can put it inside a portal. If you become the powerhouse for them, they won't have to go nowhere else looking for nothing. Okay, as a service bureau. Send out mass emails, same thing. You can sign the contracts, you can charge, or you can give free access to courses. So even if you're the type of service bureau that you not only service your partners or your downline, whatever you call them, if you don't not only service them, if you want to offer it to the public, you can charge them for courses. Even if you want the service bureaus, hey, I'm not judging, baby. This is a business. If you want the service bureaus that charge for like a la carte services, like, hey, I got this course for you, I got this course for you. It's 100%. I mean, we got a 50% off discount for people that work with us, but for the public, this how much it costs. You can give them access, or you can charge them for it. You can accept the payments. You can automate your compliance process. Instead of you having to tell them to upload it here or send it here, you can have a folder for each client, and it can automatically go there. You can create a community for your preparers. That's that power up I was talking about. There's a system in there now for support. So you can create support tickets. Like if they need help with their software, hey, I need a login change, or hey, I need you to add this preparer, whatever issues that they're having, they can create a ticket for it, and you and your staff, or if it's just you right now, if you have VAs or whatever the case may be, y'all can go in there and prioritize and actually go into those tickets. You can also create the landing page for your downline. One of the things that I'm building now for someone is they have they got like 6 preparers. So each of their preparers will have a website, a quote unquote website that looks the same as everybody else's, but their photo will be there, their information will be there, but it says create your intake or start intake, file your taxes now. When they click file the taxes now, that's the same. Everybody has the same form. However, that preparer will in turn get an email like, hey, here's you have a client that's ready to be filed. Here's the documents, and all of that stuff will be housed inside of that CRM. So you as the ERO, you will be able to see all the files. All of the clients will have their own folder. So when it's time for you to run compliance, a lot of y'all do that before you pay payroll. You can just go in there, right in the system. Boom, they got everything. Boom, they need something else. And if it's something else that they need, you can either just request the file from the client, or they can be something that you give access to the preparer, because it's a way that you can set it up so where that preparer will be the coordinator, or the preparer can be the salesperson. So they can only see the people that they file. They can only see the people that come in through their system. That also works with, I didn't put it on the other slide, but it just made a thought. If you have people that do like referral agents for your tax office, for example, if you had say you got 6 people that's going to be pushing on social media, hey, come file with my tax company, or come file with ABC Taxes, they can have their own landing page with, let's say for instance, this person name is Jessica, so it can have your website or your landing page / Jessica at the end. So anybody that comes through Jessica form, it could be all your business, all of your information, but anybody that comes through here, Jessica can be the one to get the credit for it. That person funds, now Jessica has 17 leads on top of these 17 leads. 16 has paid out. Jessica is now due for 16 people. So that's how you can automate that referral process, and it all still comes into one location. I know that's a pain for everybody, like trying to figure out, like, oh, this part, because a lot of people don't put it on their intake. Even if you put it there, who referred you? They skip all over. Can you only track payroll, or can you actually send payroll too? So right now, I'm working on like actually being able to track it. But once I'm able to actually do it, like I don't think there's a way for you to actually send it, quote unquote send it, but definitely can come up with the figure. Like that's what I'm working on now, like integrating that process. Like figuring out how to put it on there so you can add your prepares and put the splits on there. And I'm working on it right now. Hopefully I had that ready by the summer, like at least by like July. But if it's a way, if it's a way, I'm gonna figure it out. Like if it's a way, I will. I promise you. Like I don't know why. I just feel like this is just, man. I feel like I can quit taxes to do this. This is no lie. So what it can't do, obviously, same thing I said, and I put that on the slide right there. It can't replace your software, integrate, or communicate with your software, but and it also can't run payroll. So that's the only thing right now. But if I figure that, I promise y'all wouldn't be the first ones to know. So let's take a look at it. Do y'all got any questions? I know I've been rambling real quick, but that's a lot. I just want y'all to kind of get a gist of what it is, because a lot of y'all. So let me know right now in the chat if y'all, or y'all can unmute. Let me know if this is your first time ever doing this. If you got looking at it, if you got Suitedash, let me know. I need to know where I need to start with this. So I need some communication from y'all. I know a couple of y'all already got it, but I need to know what's the mixture of people on here. So let me pause my screen real quick so I can log in. Let me pull it up. So I have it, but need help using it. Okay. Thank you. I know a couple of y'all got it already. I know a lot of y'all got it when their lifetime was like 99 or 199. Y'all got a deal. Cause guess what? Somebody told me it ain't gonna be on there no more. Somebody told me they're not doing it lifetime like that no more. Okay, I have Suitedash, but didn't use it this year, plan next year. Okay. Yeah, I've been having it for like 2 years, y'all. And this was the first year that I actually used it. Like I used it for most of my courses, like the ERO resale. All of those are there. My PLR library, I use it for that. What else? Coaching, I use it for that. And this upcoming season, like not the one that we're in now, but the upcoming season, I'm using for my service girl. Okay, so this is what Suitedash looks like when you purchase it for the very first time, or when you get access to it for the very first time. Okay, I know it probably look like, what the hell is this? People probably looking at like, what is it? What in the world is all this? But I figure the best way to explain it to you is that sometimes you have to look at something and take away what you know you don't need. Okay. So I don't want to jump ahead of myself, because like I said, this is a series. So the first thing we're gonna go over today is just branding. How can you like brand it to get it to look like for your company? Okay. So as you can see, Suitedash is the first this first little logo part right here. This is like where you put your logo in and all of those things. So when you first get started for the very first time, my suggestion to you guys is to start like right here. Start with where it says your branding. And that's what we're gonna go over today, like these different things, these different terms. So when you start with this process, let me get all the stuff on my screen real quick, because I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so when you are going through your platform, there are several things that you need before you even do this. Okay, you need a logo. You need a good logo, because one of the things I will tell y'all is there are a couple of people that I be wanting to help them out, do stuff or whatever, but I just don't know how to tell them they need another logo like that. Sorry, I just hate on like I don't want to offend nobody, but sometimes you need a better logo if you want, or even better branding, period, if you want your stuff to come out a way that you see other people's stuff is. So my suggestion is to, some stuff we can't go cheap on, and some stuff we can't DIY. Even for me, like I'm one of the biggest DIY people out here. I would try to build a house if I could. And that's like toxic energy when it comes down to entrepreneurship. Some stuff we have to outsource and pay for. They're just the goddamn truth. And if you want this stuff to look right, especially when Your clients are looking at it. If you got a service bureau, if you want, have them on there. If you want this platform to look like it's yours, get some high quality logos. And by that, you need a logo, a submark logo, which means that like your logo now may have a graphic that stands for it. So just looking at Suitedash, if you look right here, this is like their main logo. But this part right here, this favicon, that's like a submark, that little circle. So if you don't, because like if I put this right here, you could barely tell what that is. You get what I'm saying? So like we need better logos. And now I'm talking to me when I say that as well. I'm in the process of getting the whole suite done because I'm like, look, I gotta stop DIY and everything. I DIY my logo. So now I'm working on getting a whole new logo. So here's a list. Let me send it to my computer real quick. Here's a list that I cultivated for you guys, and it has literally everything that you would need in terms of branding. So all of the different specs, I guess is what they call it, like the sizes of it, because it's like 15 different sizes in here. So when they say this is a truly white label platform, they mean that for real. Now let me grab this thing real quick, y'all. Hold on, I should be able to get this. Give me 1 second. So I'll share this with you guys, and this is actually like as I'm working through it, you will see exactly where everything is. So this is the list I'm gonna go by. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it on here when we get done. I'm looking at the screenshot. So let me go back. Okay, so the first thing is the logo. So this one is 200 by 60. Okay, now this is where obviously the main screen, every time they log in, they'll see that. Now looking at, hold on, let me go back and do this. Okay, looking back at the preset, if you want to do it easily, like with the colors or whatever, they have like several different schemes in here or whatever, like blue if your logo is primarily blue or your brand. It's very simple, self-explanatory. These are preset things. Okay. I use this as a starting base for a lot of the different ones that I do or whatever. If it's like something that's not in here, I'll just go to the either Mr. Clean or the Noir. Like those are the ones that's like black, one on black and one on white. It's super simple. So if they have like logos with a white background that's like hard for me to remove the background off of it, I'll go here. If they got a black one, because some logos people buy aren't necessarily logos, they're mock-ups. So I run into that a lot. So right here is where you'll upload your logo, and some of them be like dark mode. You get what I'm saying? Like the system can be set in dark mode. Just think about like your phone. You can set it in dark mode so all the stuff will be black on the background, so you have to have two separate ones here, because if you have one with a white background, it's going to show that on your dark mode. So with the logo, I would suggest you putting your vector images here, which means that it needs to be transparent. Both transparent logos for either the dark mode and the logo mode. That'll be like, that makes the most sense, because no matter what color is here, it's gonna automate, just like how Suitedash changed when I changed the part. Yes, it will be available. I'll post it on YouTube. I'll post it on the YouTube channel. 60 by 60 will also be for this is your collapse logo. So 60 by 60 is super small. That's your favicon. That's basically what that is. So definitely get with your graphic designer or somebody on Fiverr or something to get you those different specs. The next one, that's your mobile friendly too, because when they look on their phone, this can actually be done on their phone as well. They're not gonna see this full logo. They're only gonna see that small one. So that's why you need that one as well. You're welcome. Now, you can add fun themes. Me personally, I haven't done it. Like I keep the fun, the simpler the better. But some people like, this is where their total white label come in it, right? This is where you can change this to look for your needs. So if you want those people want to take a step further, by all means, I am with it. And when you do it, I would love to see it. Okay. Now the next platform is where this is your colors. So this is where you can change how these colors look. When you hover over something, that's the highlight color, or ink, or when something is highlighted, like if it's a link, that's the color that it will be. So this is where you would change all of the colors for your text, things of that nature. This is why having those logo suites and all this stuff from a professional, or if you know how to do this inside of Canva, that's why that's so important, because you're gonna need those hex codes. Looking at this, if you're trying to find your color and match it with your color, you see how hectic that can be. That's why you need those hex codes, and a good graphic designer is going to give that to you anyway. And with a good logo, you need about a range of 6, because you don't want this is the problem that a lot of people run into. You don't want to have this platform with just 3 main colors, and I'm gonna tell you why. because if you put like your logo on top of, like if you want your form to be pink and your logo has the same color pink, it's gonna black out. You're not gonna see certain parts of your logo, even if you use one of the preset things. So that's why, like, if you have a pink in your logo, or if your logo had red or whatever the color it is, get like a lighter variation of it and a darker variation, so that it'll see it. You can be able to see it on top of any color that you do. Okay. So that's with the logo. And if you have like a like I said, if you don't know what any of this means, get with a graphic designer. I think my girl Chloe was on here, but she left earlier with, I think I saw her leave. Now these platform controls, like the advanced part, this is where you can, as you can see, if I darken it, it made that side logo go darker. If I wanted to, I can make it lighter. This will all depends, and this is exactly what I just meant when I said that. By me making it lighter, you no longer can see the suite. You can't see the Suitedash. You then took it away because the logo is lighter. That part is lighter. So this is where, like, all of those, let me take it off here. This is where all of the like the customization of it. So this part of it, if you like, if this ain't for you, if this is me speaking French or Spanish, I would recommend you get with somebody, because this is the simple part of it. Like, somebody, I would prefer me, but it's a lot of other people to do this as well. But like I said, if this is like something that's not, if I'm speaking another language to you right now, this is the very simple part of it. So if you're kind of confused right here, then I would highly suggest that you continue to come every Wednesday and at least just play around with it. The good thing about it, if you mess it up, you can tap into them and they'll go in there and wipe it out for you to start completely over. Okay. Like, there's no wrong or right way to do this. If you feel like you done jack some up, they can get in there. The only thing I would suggest to you guys is do not mess with anything that says CSS. And it should be down here pretty soon. If you see anything that says CSS, that means you're now jumping into the coding part. If you don't know anything about coding, we gotta leave it alone. Because if you mess it up in the coding part, they may not be able to wipe it out for you. You have to get a whole nother key. Okay. I met somebody that did that. They didn't want in the text industry. They was in the Suitedash group, and I was trying to help them out. Look at me, just trying to help everybody. And there's nothing I could do with them because they were, dealing with the coding. And when the girl reached back out to me, she said even Suitedash couldn't wipe it out. She had to get a whole nother key because she had messed with the coding. So y'all make sure that, don't be clicking on them if you don't know what it means, like for real, for real. Now, these are, like I said, all these are colors, so you can just play around with the colors, even with the platform background and the frosted effect. I don't use that. It just makes it look like glossy at the back. That's my personal preference, but some companies do, and I'm gonna tell you which one do. Service Bro Accelerator, they use this platform. So they use that glossy effect as well. They use that. So if y'all got SBA, I think a lot of y'all on here do. That's what platform that they use. This is another logo. So this is where you will put, this is when the people confirm their account or when they create an account, this is the logo that they'll see. And as you can see, this is like 6 different platforms or 6 different places that you have uploaded a logo. And that's because that's every time somebody logs in, when they get ready to create a login, when you're sending emails, all of these different places are different sizes. So that logo, just one 500 by 500 will be wonky for, all the different things that you're putting it on. So that's why you have to have those different sizes. Now with the confirmation background image, a lot of these different ones come with like, at the base rate, like when you're doing it, it's gonna come with like little stock images. They'd be like, you can use it if you want to, but I would suggest that you take it a step further and at least put like a pattern or a gradient or something that matches your brand. That way you won't have, they like to start off with like wood and what raindrops and stuff like that. If you want that to be pretty for your brand, I would just suggest something very simple, and that's a gradient. If you got custom images, I wouldn't put like a picture of myself on there or anything because it's gonna be behind the form. I would just keep it very simple and just put like a gradient or something that's like, some people put money falling, some people put tax returns. If you look at SBA login screen, they got like that little astronaut thing that matches their brand. So it all depends on what your brand is to where you want to put it. Now, this part of it is going to be your custom page loader. And that's going to be, I don't know if you guys saw that first, but that little circle that was spinning, some people put their logo. as you can see, this is the one that they had. I think they had this one on here, but these are the different ones that you can put. Or if you want to put your logo there, you can put your logo there and it will spin. Some people put their face. You can put whatever you want to right there, or you can use one of the ones that's already listed there. And the same thing with your colors. They're gonna have like a background color. Some people keep it as white. The background can be animated to where you can have different images, different things going there. Like it can fade, it can slide left and right. So your system don't have to look like mine. Like when I build it for people, I'll put their logo and I'll, either do it rotated or just depending on what their logo looks like or what their sub mark look like. Some people just fade it in and out. But this is their loader. So when you're switching from screen to screen, instead of them just like seeing hourglass, they can see your logo. And that's what that is. Now, this QR code is basically where if you have any QR code inside of this platform, like if it's something I haven't seen it used before, but it's several different places where this is. I barely like mess with this when I'm doing it because I haven't seen where this is used inside of the platform or where it will be used, but you can do so if you would like. Me personally, I do, even if I'm using QR codes, I like to keep them just like this. So I don't put images and stuff in there, but some people do. So you can put an image on there. You can change how the dots look. Like I said, this is a highly customizable platform. Now, this, like I said, this part right here, just skip on by it. Okay, don't even worry about it. Now, the white label, the branding options. This part right here will mostly be for if you are going to have your staff. So if it's just you, you can leave it just like that. It's same thing for the template library. If you're gonna be the only one that's there, you can keep it like that. But this is like if you got staff or a lot of people offer build outs. Me personally, everybody can get the templates. Everything is self, serve or whatever. But this is how it's gonna look at the base rate. This is a brand new key that I purchased. So this is exactly how you can change it. But the template library is Suitedash offer templates for just about everything that they have, like the forms, the landing pages, things of that nature. And also, like if you built a template and you say, "Dolls, Hasten Parents can use this," you can contribute a template there. But a lot of people don't like to use this or have everybody see this part, okay? Because the templates are there. But me personally, I don't really, mind about that. That's why it's still there. Okay. So y'all got any questions? Do y'all feel like I know there's a lot to go over, whatever. Now the next part is the email branding. Now this is how people will see when you're sending them emails, when the system is sending them emails. This is where all of that happens. So this is where like you can change the way it looks. So right now you can see it just says ABC Tax Office. You can change this as many times as you need to. That goes out for the people that rebrand. If you brand it one time and you say, "Hell, I'm not ABC no more, I'm DBG," like whatever you're gonna name your company, you can switch this at any time. Okay. What else? Let me see. So right here is where with the emails you can put it like default sending method. Now, when you first get started, like if you're just only gonna be sending those platforms, those emails, like here's your account confirmation, those automation emails, that's fine. But when you start to, you don't have to edit anything here. But when you start to send out mass emails, you're gonna have to integrate your own custom domain. Okay, they're gonna make you do it. Sometimes they make you go through an extra verification process or whatever. That's just not with Suitedash. They're just with emails in general. So you may have to do that. You may have to send in your EIN number. I think that varies by state. Don't quote me on that, but I haven't had to do that extra verification in Texas, but I saw that in the other groups. Okay. So you can either integrate Gmail and Outlook is the easiest one. But y'all, I had done went and got one from Namecheap. Now here I go being cheap again. So Namecheap is where I get all my domains. Now they offer a free email host, and that's gonna be your it's called private email. It's free. You don't have to pay any monthly fees if you purchase your domain through Namecheap. Now what I do that for? Because now I had to do SMTP, and that took me like a couple hours to figure out what that was. I also my main email is through Zoho. So Zoho is not really easily integrated on here as well, like Gmail and Microsoft. You definitely have to go through SMTP. It's not that hard, but if you're not like familiar with it or know what terms to look for, you're gonna be like, hell no, forget it. Don't even worry about it. But the good news is a lot of y'all use Gmail and Microsoft. So the only thing you literally have to do is just log in. So you will log into whatever your Gmail is, and boom, now you can send out mass emails without having to get your constant contact, your MailChimp, and all that stuff. You can send it right through here. Okay. So that's how you will brand your email. Like here's another one, 200 by 60. That's your email logo. This is the same one as your, it's the same size as this one. So you will upload that there. This is the position that the logo will be. So that means that this will be where anytime you're sending out emails, where would it be centered? Would it be on the left side? Would it be right in the center? Or would it be on the right? Or will you remove your logo on everything? So you may want to do that if you're going through a rebrand, but you still got emails sent out. They know who you are. You send it on there on the name. So I put center. This is where I use for all of mine. Now the main colors, the email, this is gonna be the background of it. It defaults at whatever your setting is. So this may be black because that's where the setting is, the presets. So if you want it to be different, here's where those hex codes come in at. That's why they're so important. So before you even get started with this, you need your logo. You need the logo broke down into like 6 or 7 different height and stuff. Sizes is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna send y'all that list in just a second, but that's before you even get started. Because if you don't have it, you're gonna be pissed off because it's like, oh my god, this is not looking correct. And the good thing about Canva, and I'm gonna show y'all how to do that in just a second, you can resize it. So if you got the logo, if you want to pay nobody to resize your logo and do all that stuff, you can do that before you pay somebody to do a build out. Or if you're doing this stuff on your own, you can resize it. So you can resize your logo with one click on Canva. Now, this is where you can brand your footer. So all of your emails, you can put like your Facebook link on there. So any links that you have for your social media pages, all of those are there. You could just easily put it. You see how I have you just put your Facebook link, Twitter link, Instagram, all those different things. And right here at the bottom is where you can put your copyright text. Now, some people I have seen like literally like juice this up a lot. It's like a signature, email signature. So they may put like the headshot, a book me link, and all these different things. So you can make it that footer however you want to make it. Now, as you can see, it starts off as Suitedash. So you have to like put your brand in here, but this is where you can really be creative. A lot of y'all have when y'all be sending me emails, I see y'all footers and your signatures are very creative. Some people have pictures, all those different things. You can do that right here, as you can see. Like it's so many different things that you can do it. This is like a making it bigger. When you click this button, it makes it bigger. But you see, you have a link, you got a picture, all those different things. You can change the colors. So yeah, you can make it as creative as you want to, and you can remove this, so you don't have to say Suitedash at all. So that's that truly white label thing. Now, this is another part about it that I want to tell y'all. This is what we call the save button. Very, very, very useful. You gotta always remember, anytime you do something, please go back and click save, because there's nothing worse than you exit out and you go back. You like, just say for instance, I did all this stuff that we went through, and I'll go right here to my dashboard. Everything I just did is probably gone. So you have to get into the habit of saving everything that you do. Some of the things auto save, some of them don't. So you have to make sure that you're going by save every tab that you go to, every platform, everything that you go to. It is going to have that save button at the bottom. Now, going to the menu, this is where I love to make, like, this is my part. I feel like everybody like can make this platform their own, and the reason being is because, for example, if you are doing this for your tax office and you know for a fact, hey, I'm not going to be teaching nobody nothing, so you can start there. This is where you have to first map out what is it that I'm going to offer, or what am I going to be using this platform for. So if you know you're only going to be using it just to deal with your client intake, if you don't even really need a portal, you can take that off. If you know you just want them to intake, keep it at the basic level. If you want them to just do their intake, if you want to just be able to communicate with them, and if you want to be able to send invoices and sign documents, that's it. If you know that's all you need to do, most of this stuff you don't even need. Okay, so you can go by one and take all of that stuff off. Or if you communicate with somebody that is going to be building out for you, let them know your goals. What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you currently do in your firm? How many people do you have? All of that stuff will help them build this platform for you. Now, a lot of this stuff, a lot of these terms are very daunting. That people get when you first look at it, it's like, what the hell is this? So when you're looking at it, And you see what it says CRM. Let's look at these tools. This is where all of your clients is, where clients are. This is where they are. So this is how you keep up with them. So right here, to make it very simple for somebody looking at it, this is what I put. I put client management. Simple. Client management. So this is where I manage all of my clients. Office. This is where we're going to be doing the invoices. If you're going to be sending out estimates. Now, this estimate tab is not for you to send out an estimate for a tax return. This is like if you're going to be sending out like work requests or like, hey, here's a bid for me to put up your fence. So you really don't even need that, to be honest. So let's go here. You can take that crap, clean off here. This is where you do the sub menus. So this is what I do. I just say clean off. Nobody needs to see this. Not even you as the admin. You don't need to see that. So you take that off of here. We don't need that. We don't need the estimates. We don't need the, matter of fact, I gotta go back right here. We don't need the estimates. I gotta do super. Wait a minute. We don't need that part. And the super admin is whoever like sold that key to you. If you're gonna be getting it from a reseller, that's what the super admin means right there. If you bought yours directly from Suitedash, you may be considered to be a super admin if you have sub accounts or child accounts under you. So that's what that means. So as you can see, I took that off. So it no longer even shows all or hey, pass my computer cord from over there. So as you can see, let me go down right here to office. That no longer shows. Okay, that estimate part no longer shows. Proposals, you may not need those either. Like these are like for projects and things of that nature. You're not really dealing with a whole lot of projects. So we take that off of there. Now, another thing I like about it too is that I know somebody asked me as well, like being able to see certain things if they pay for it. So that's something as well. Like if they're a part of a certain circle. So as you can see on that tab, like let's go here to this estimate again. 1 second. So as you can see right here, it says circle menu item visibility. So that the circle is what we call groups. So, or if you're looking at it like from a MailChimp perspective, that's your audience. That's how many people is gonna be like on your email list and all those different things. So those are like the same terms interchangeably. So if I was using this for like a tax office, a circle, I would probably rename that as like client type. So we know a client type, we got what W2 earners, we got our self-employed people. We also may have last year clients like 2023, 2024. If you want to send like a new client email or a returning client email, you're not gonna send that to your new people. You'll send that to people that's been there. You might got clients from 2021 and one client can be in multiple circles. So if you notice somebody was in there for the 2021, but they weren't in there for 2022 and 2023, that's somebody that you may need to send a retention email to. So those things, you can any of these menu items, this is where you can customize it based upon where that person is inside of your CRM. Okay. So those are the that's how you remove certain things that don't need to be there or things that you feel like is not relevant to you. Now I don't think Text Nitro can do that. I tried it. I don't know. I just looked at it for one day. But I do know this what makes this platform so amazing is because you can do that. Like if you don't need all this stuff, if you want projects, you know you're not gonna be dealing with all of that, which I would personally probably keep the task on there. If I have like a let's say I have a team of preparers, you might give them a task. Or if you have a single, if it's just you, but you also have people that's doing like the first part of your client intake. I know for me, like for my own personal tax office, I have a person that goes in and just put the first page of their return and like the first personal information. And what they used to do was send that client portal to them. But now that workflow has to change because I'm no longer using that client portal on TaxSlayer. So if you got somebody like a VA or like an assistant or anything, and they have like a certain what you call it, a certain task they need to do, you might need to have that task portal there. If you have a compliance manager and you know that you need to send them an email anytime they have like a person that needs to be ran compliance, you might need to keep that task there. But if you're not sending tasks to nobody, or if you're not automatically generating tasks based on what they're gonna be like doing, like if, for example, if a person sends an intake form and you want that to notify you that you have a task done that needs to be done or have a client to be found, if you're not gonna be doing that, if you're just gonna be logging in and looking at who's in the queue, you can take that part off. I feel like making this as easy for you and having the features on there that only you use will make it so much easier for you, and it'll make you feel better about if you're paying monthly or even if you're paying annually. It'll make you feel better by you having all these different tabs that you don't use. And that's the reason why when I go in and I help people, build it out, I know, like, I ask them, what is it you're going to be doing? You're going to need this calendar? Are you going to be setting appointments? If not, we can take that off of there. Now, that's for the tax office. To be honest, I only did it for like 2 tax offices. I've also been working on it for service bureaus. Now, service bureaus for you guys, like I said, I feel like this is the best platform for you because you can literally do all the things that we do for a service bureau inside of here. Okay, like your coaching that can be done on the calendar. What I'm working on now is to try to figure out like how we can do it to where you can count those hours. For my coaching programs, I give out 8 hours for however long you need it on a calendar year. If you want to tap in an hour here, an hour there, like I don't really do structured programs. It's when you need me, we can hop on a call. Once those 8 hours are up, then you need to book another 8 hour schedule or whatever. But that's how I'm working on trying to do it to where we're timing it. The only way that I have been timing it is we'll both log on. We'll both get on. We'll both be on our CRM. Like I say, hey, you tap on, I tap on, and it's timing it while we're in it. So that's how I have been doing it. But I know it's got to be a better way. But anything, like, I always have a workaround for it or whatever for the things that I'm using it for. Now, that's the platform. This is how you can change it. Now, another thing you can, like I said, you can change the titles on it. You can remove the things that's in the sub, and you can also move these around. So, like, if I want to put email marketing up here, like, because that's what I'm going to be doing a lot frequently. If I wanted to move like the billing part all the way down, you can do that. You can move this stuff any which way you want to go. And so now when you put, I know a lot of us like to show screenshots of when we're working. Everything is content, and it also looks very good for anybody. When you're showing them your back office, the behind the scenes, this is how you deem yourself as the expert. Like, hey, I'm working. So when you're showing your CRM, you got your logo here, your name here, you may put a picture here, and now you got all these different things that's like different. So now a person can't figure out what you use. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. That's how I look at it when I'm, posting content. I'm doing things of that nature. So do y'all got any questions? I know there was a lot. We had like an hour. We're like an hour now. So I want to open up the floor for any questions that you may have. Open to feedback as well to know like how do y'all feel about it. I know we're just at the beginning stages of it, like actually going through the platform. Let me also pull this up for y'all. Actually going through the platform and really like learning about the ins and outs of it. So I do want to take my time. I don't want to take y'all too fast because this is a big platform to learn. So y'all can unmute your mics if you have any questions. Let me plug up my computer real quick so it won't go through. Or you could drop it in the chat. The compliance process. Okay, so for the compliance process, I kind of went over this briefly when we did the service bureau thing or whatever, but here's the way that I tell people that they can do it. So the first way that you can do it is, number one, you can either go through this support. So basically what this is once your preparers are able to, like, once they get their login, they're all onboarded and things of that nature, they can in turn create a quote unquote ticket. Once they have let's say for instance, you're not going to be using Suitedash to like do the client part of it, like the intake. If you still want to use like the actual software, like where they put it in the scan document section and flag the return for review and all of that. So once they're actually done with the return, they can come in here and create a ticket. And this ticket process can be like only for compliance. So you can change it to where it says support, and you can change the title that just said compliance. You can change the title to where it says compliance. And every time they submit a client, they can come right over here, and that's super simple. It's like, and it give you a notification to say, hey, such and such taxpayer has now been submitted for review. That is something super simple. And now that in turns like give you a notification that, hey, you have a return that needs to be reviewed. Now the automated part that like really comes in or whatever, which we know compliance really can't be 100% automated, but to keep you from having to go back and forth and do all these different things. Like if you got an office that, you know, you have to send the returns off and all those different things, one of the things I would suggest is that how we have those different landing pages, give each preparer a landing page, even if they don't share your branding. It's easier if they don't share the branding, but let's be real, a lot of the clients don't really care about that. All they want to know is if their returns being filed. So they can either have, like I said, have a landing page to where they have their own intake form or their own version of the intake form, and as it is submitted, you as a service bureau, you as the ERO, all of those files will still come to the software right here in the CRM. So you can look at the files, everything already there is already there. And that's at the time of intake. So if it's something in that intake right in the beginning, like, hey, this W-2 ain't here, or whatever the case may be, or you may be the one that does it like once they flag it for review. Like that's what I would do. So once they flag it for review, you're looking at it. It's not nothing that you have to go into the software for. You can send them a message here and tell them like, hey, it has passed review or a fair review, or you can even use the software. Like this is what compliance is, one of those situations where you will still have to use the software because the return will need to be sent. But the communication process of it, we know TaxSlayer don't give us notifications. They don't let us know when the returns are actually sent for review. It's only when we log in. So this is where your CRM can come in at. If you do it the file way, or you can do it the way through this support, and then you can have them flag a ticket. So if you're not the one that's actually doing it, like doing the compliance, if you have a compliance person, these tickets can be set to them. So even if they have like they'll have access to the platform as well, so they can know, hey, you have a support ticket sitting here waiting. So that's a delegation part that you can add off to them. So there's different ways you can do it. I guess it just depends on your software, and it also would depends on how well it works with your flow. So those are the two ways that I know for a fact that you can. Another way that you can do it is you can like share a file, like a file folder with the preparer, so that preparer can just upload all the files there instead of like having the clients on board through there. They can upload all the files there, and then obviously once they upload the files or once they have access to it, you'll get a notification like, hey, they have uploaded files to the return or files to the system that needs to be reviewed. Yep. So it's several different ways you can do it. Me personally, I like the fact I don't have PT prepare. Well, I won't have PT prepares this upcoming season. Yeah, I'm trying to plug this up. Hold on 1 second. I gotta go behind the couch. Yeah, I'm not gonna have no PT prepares this upcoming season. So that's something that I honestly would not have to do. But I do have a lot of people that I'm gonna be working with that has PT holders. So once I get like feedback from them, because we're going through like beta testing this summer, like going in and doing it. When they're training their preparers, they're gonna be doing like mock returns and things of that nature. So we'll see what's more seamless, and I'll share that with y'all. Any other questions, y'all? I'm excited. I don't know about y'all. I'm very, very excited to see how this is gonna work for everybody. But I do know a lot of y'all been using it already. Like a lot of y'all have already been using it. And I just, hope that for the people that has got it for lifetime, I hope y'all can go in there and really get some good use out of it. For those of you who have lifetime already, they got like 1 or 2 more days where they're offering lifetime power-ups. So I would highly suggest, if you want to be sending out documents, like if you're going to be having like tax returns that you're uploading, or PDFs that you have uploaded that need signatures, I would go ahead and purchase that lifetime if you can afford it. It's like $300, and that's lifetime. So you don't have to worry about paying no monthly fee for that anymore. I purchased that one. I actually think I did all of it, to be honest. Like, I just hate paying monthly fees.
Yeah, right. I was gonna ask you, what are your favorite power ups? Like some that you like swear by that you can't do it. Because I haven't purchased any power ups. I saw them, but like, what's one that you like? You gotta have this power up.
So to be honest with you, this is my first year that I just really been like really honing in on Suitedash. But the one that I definitely would absolutely would like do is that Prime, and that's the one with the funnels. That's the one with the
that's the one I was looking at. So
yeah, that's the one right there. That's about the only one I think that's what I did all of them just because that's what I just do anyway. I just like the have stuff. But yeah, that one is the one. If I don't get any other ones, and I don't think the community feature is available for lifetime yet, but it was only $6 a month, so I figured I'd go ahead and get it. But yeah, that's the one. That's it right there.
Okay. I was looking at the Prime too, but I was like, damn, I want to make sure I get the one that's like best, like that you absolutely need,
Yep,
like.
yep. Because that I don't even think I'm gonna use the other one, to be honest. I think it was just like I can't even remember. I think it was like card bouncing and all that. I don't think I'm gonna need it, but I just got it anyway just because it was on sale. And that sucks because I didn't even need that. Can the platform have practice tests and scoring? So right now, I'm glad you asked it. So right now they don't have that on there like for the LMS, but it is a feature. Hopefully it'll be ready before this summer. Like before the tax season starts and we start with training and all of that. But right now, the LMS platform does not have like not returns. It don't have like quizzes and stuff like that. But it's coming. They have already told us it's coming. I guess they're like trying to code it or whatever the case may be. But right now, the best thing I can tell y'all for courses is I would have the courses like videos. This would be like if you have, for example, if you do courses with your people and y'all do live Zooms. So I would put like the recordings inside of there. I would have like an ebook I put inside of there. If you're gonna be doing like return, like for example, if you do an intro to tax prep, I'll put practice returns inside of there. What else? So that's what I'll start right now without like the courses. I mean, without the quizzes and stuff. You may give them like a planner or something with the questions in there, like a virtual planner or a digital one, and have the answer key at the back. Like it just like it's more than one way. What they say is more than one way to skin a cat. Like that's why when I did the ERO resale, they came with the test bank and the answer quizzes. So you can give that to them because just think about it, y'all. Before we had all this stuff, that's how I studied. Like I made flashcards. Like I still do that. If I'm practicing for something, I love to do it in a manner like them writing it down. So if you started like that with them, I guarantee they probably won't have a problem, especially like if they use like good notes or something like that. Now, one of the things you can do, you can create an account with Quizlet. Quizlet is like a e-learning platform, and it's like flashcards, and they can like quiz themselves. All you have to do, if you got the ERO resale, all you gotta do is just upload that whole PDF, and it'll make a quiz for you. Now, when you do that, you can either give them a login to the Quizlet because you can make it to where it's not public. You can give them a login to it if you would like, and it's free for them and it's free for you. So you can do it that way. If you just have to have the quizzes, I know a lot of us are working on getting like CE certifications and stuff, like having their own courses being CE certified. If you're doing that, some of them, if you're going to be doing completely virtual, it has to have a platform for you to grade them. So Quizlet is a way for you to do so, and it passes the IRS certification. Okay, so like you can definitely do it and it'll pass. I just got my certification 2 days ago. I'm so excited. Y'all the first people I told that. Don't go tell nobody because I ain't ready to tell nobody. But yeah, I just got 12 CE hours under my own business, and I use it through Quizlet, so they approved it. Now by integrate with Suitedash, I tried it, but I'm not comfortable with it yet. Like it don't look good on all devices, so I haven't offered that or even said it. But I feel like that's something that can be linked out. So if you put it on a button, it can open it up in another tab. Now that'll kind of like take away from it being inside of the platform, but I mean it's it's like whatever you value most. Thank y'all. I use that. And yeah, Quizlet is good. Quizlet is good for that. Quizlet is real good. So when they do that, I feel like that'll be way better. Way, way better. So let me look at these power up real quick because I need to let y'all know. 1 second. And if y'all ain't got any other questions, y'all, we can get on up off of here. I enjoyed y'all. Like I said, we're gonna be doing this every Wednesday. And we're not just gonna do Suitedash, so we're also gonna be doing other stuff as well for the people that may feel like this ain't for me. So we're definitely gonna be doing I got one of my girls, Stacy, she's gonna be doing Cognito. If you come to the conference, we're gonna be doing these things in person as well. And also at the conference, we're gonna be scheduling emails for the year. This conference is not necessarily about education per se, it's about implementing. So that's gonna be this June, 2 days. We're gonna schedule our emails, we're gonna schedule our SMS, we're gonna do marketing, we're gonna do all this. So that's basically what the conference is about. So let me go to the comments real quick. Okay, can you explain the lifetime licenses with the 3 keys and how many keys would a tax firm need? Okay, so the lifetime licenses, let me go. So I was just on this tab right here. So with the lifetime licenses, basically there's 3 different let me go here. There are 3 different tiers. So they got the start, they got the thrive, and they have the pinnacle. Now the pinnacle is everything that you just saw. So that's the whole platform, but they also have some that's on the start. So for example, the start does not come with what else, like the pipelines and all that stuff, being able to do the custom folders. Honestly, I feel like for tax offices, you're either gonna get the start or you're gonna get the pinnacle. That's just my personal opinion, because a lot of these things, like, you may not even use. Honestly, my bad, let me go back. That you may not even use, honestly. But I will say this. The difference with it is, if you do lifetime, you're not gonna be able to have, well, if you do lifetime on the pinnacle, you're not gonna be able to have like unlimited staff. After that 3rd or 5th staff, you're gonna have to buy another key. And the keys are like what you see here, and they also do them like on Black Friday and all of those different things. It's, I guess that's just a way for them to constantly keep having to how I'm trying to say this, having to constantly monetize off of lifetime. You get what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. For a service bureau, or even as a preparer, like a ERO with multiple preparers, you can still, and it's a little complex, like I'm gonna say it in simple terms, you don't necessarily have to put them as a staff. The only person I will put as a staff is somebody that's working directly for me. Okay, so that means, like, if I have them working as like a VA, if I have them working as like an administrative assistant, even as a compliance manager, then that's a little tough. I would even yeah, that's a little tough. But those 3 different things, I would say, like, you don't necessarily have to. Them the only people that I would recommend, because they're gonna see the whole platform. If you're gonna give somebody like a graphic designer that's gonna be helping you, or build out person, you can give them a staff account, and then you can take it away when they're done. Now when it comes down to your preparers, you can give them a quote unquote client account, and then create a circle for them that gives them visibility to certain things that they need. So I know that's a lot or whatever, but like I said, that is why this is so customizable, because you can remove access, you can give them access to certain things that they can see even as a preparer. But it goes the same. Just think of this like this. You wouldn't give your preparers access to your entire back office. So why would they need access to your entire CRM? That's the exact way I look at this. So you can definitely have them as a quote unquote client, and you can definitely have them without having to pay for all this stuff. But if you're not going to get the pinnacle version, if you're just going to go here, then you can have unlimited staff, and you don't have to keep paying for it. So it's up to you on which way you want to go about it. I hope that makes sense. Like, I know there's a lot to kind of wrap around. Did you see how to automate the process for mentorship packages to take away from SES? Yes, please send it to me. I saw it in the group. I think that Suitedash group one night, but I didn't even like follow it. I think I saw that process not too long ago, because I was like, man, if they can do that very easily, that'll be a game changer. You're welcome, y'all. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, please send it to me. That'll help out so good. Like, y'all, I'm just letting y'all know, y'all first people I saw. I'm gonna quit doing taxes. I just made my mind up just like 2 minutes ago, because this has basically consumed my whole life, and in a good way, in a good way though. But yeah, y'all, that's like I said, this the lifetime version. Like, this how much you'll pay if you do a lifetime monthly. These are the prices or whatever, and this is just for the platform. Like, I want to reiterate that this is just for the platform. You're gonna have to build it. Like that, I just want to reiterate that. Like a $19 a month look good, $99 a month look good, but that type of stuff you have to still build, you know. So I would just kind of set my expectations to where, you know, and be real with yourself. If you can afford to pay somebody, go and pay somebody. Like that way, if you know this is not your strong suit, now if you're one of the people that can look at the videos, by all means, I say go for it. And then see, try it out first. Like no lie, try it out first. But if you know you somebody that's busy all the time and you want it done right, it's gonna pay somebody to do it. Even if it ain't me, pay somebody else. Like for real, for real. Like that's no lie, because that's how a lot of people end up buying stuff and don't use it, because you know I be like that sometimes. So that's why I just had to say, look, just let's all be real with ourselves and see and set your expectations, okay? Now I had to start that group she got on YouTube. Oh yes, like that group would have me up there up all night long. So any other questions, y'all? I gotta go feed the babies. Any other questions? If not, I will see y'all next Wednesday, same time. Maybe a different link. Oh no, we're gonna use the same link. I'm just keep using the same link. I'm gonna go ahead and set it that way. And next week we're gonna be going over. I guess we'll start with, I don't know what y'all want to start with. I guess we can start with like, I'll figure it out, y'all. I'll figure it out before next week. I'll figure it out before next week. So if y'all don't got any questions, I will see y'all next week. Good night, y'all, and thank y'all for coming.